I'm Dr. Doreen Galli, Chief of Research at TBW Advisors, LLC, Technical Business Whispers. The answer is always in the whispers. Welcome to Conference Whispers, Identiverse, Video Edition. Subscribe today to get notified of future videos and analysis as soon as they become available. Conference Vibe. After over 1,500 minutes of recording, 14 escalator rides, and some 35 fact checks, our coverage of the 2024 Identiverse comes to a close. Registration for the 4-day event kicked off after the long holiday weekend. The event featured 250 speakers on over 100 topics, 150 exhibitors, and 3,000 on-site attendees. There was so much packed in it, it was impossible to catch all of the exhibits. They had sessions in the Joshua rooms as well as the Marsopia rooms. Opening day was then capped by a mighty keynote featuring John Whelan, president of the Cyber Risk Alliance, and Andre Duran, CEO of Ping Identity and founder of the Identiverse conference. The event provided food for the attendees. We were able to capture the breakfast on Wednesday. The attendees explicitly found me to let me know they were disappointed with the breakfast due to the lack of protein. I do understand the Microsoft breakfast, however, packed a punch with sufficient protein. Many attendees complimented the lunch, which was served Wednesday as well as Thursday. The exhibits were open on Wednesday after the opening keynote. They were spread between 2 large rooms across from each other. Our entire playlist of the video research of Identiverse is available to you at our YouTube channel. Save the playlist to capture related shorts when they're released, and don't forget to subscribe. Digital identities. As one might expect, Identiverse is all about the identity. Much to my delight, an entire panel was presented on confidential computing. Confidential computing's strength lies in the multi-party computations among untrusted parties, something that occurs in the identity space quite often. The session immediately following was on digital identity, where they pondered how one could achieve such an exchange. Unfortunately, those panelists didn't attend the confidential computing session. On the digital ID panel, it was exciting to see that California is live with the digital driver's license. Many are still trying to get their real ID into their wallet. Australian Bank was on stage for a keynote, making the case for the bank ID. Admittedly, this talk created a bit of deja vu to the days in the bid to become primary certificate authorities. There is no shortage of information to make the business case to adopt Passwordless for your organization. More than passwords. Thursday morning's keynote concluded with the power of passwordless sign-on. The session includes a number of guest speakers from the FIDO Alliance, Clarkson University, Bank of America, as well as Amazon. The net result is that companies love it. Their customers are more engaged, and the security posture is improved. Numerous examples of passwordless solutions were also shown in the exhibits. All Authenticate shared their passwordless solution, bringing blue-collar workers who need to punch in and out into this century. BioKey displayed their product, leveraging MFA, Melon, RFID. If you would prefer your identity solution to eliminate any and all standing privileges, Signal can get you there and help you stay in that security posture. Zaluri is available to handle access control for all SaaS solutions. Asserto is an identity service that considers policy and relationship-based access control. If your service accounts are your pain point and you don't even know how many you have of what, a startup just out of stealth mode called Anatech may be someone you want to evaluate. If your organization's problem is more about non-human identity issue, Nutomo can assist in provisioning, deprovisioning, and maintenance of non-human IDs. The word at the conference was service and non-human IDs is an area exploding, with a report over a dozen companies just announced at RSA. Google hosted an entire detailed workshop on Google Sign-On, Passkey, and the use of FedFCM to deal with third-party cookies. It was exciting to see they're working to push privacy forward with the browser. Identity in practice. An attention-grabbing keynote Thursday morning alerted to the dark side of identity. Reminding all that identity is the most common entrance point for the uninvited, another keynote reminded all attempting to forge a path in identity that the most important thing is to just get going. Furthermore, pay attention to the point of no return. Identity and security are all about depth of defense. Spend the effort when there is a big payout. Do not insist on 100% for each program. Less percentages take all the resources without improving security posture. It is far better to find a new program that will affect the remaining identities with the remaining resources. One often too difficult aspect of identity is customer onboarding. Stravasity specializes in that end user aspect of identity. If your challenge is too many identity services and you are having difficulty getting a complete picture, Tenable One provides a uniform dashboard to see the entire threat attack surface. If your difficulty is all about connecting identity platforms to other resources and targets, Akira platform provides identity connector along with automation and governance in their solution. Savient provided a demonstration of their identity cloud with a visual display. RSA shared their unified identity platform that is available on-prem or in the cloud for SaaS apps, as well as supporting SAML. Radiant Logic also provides an identity middleware heavily focused on the data and the metadata of identity. This point was further driven home during John Pritchard of Radiant Logic's keynote. There were options if one is seeking assistance with their identity solutions. AOH offers identity consulting, spanning assessment, architecture, execution, and maintenance. ProofID offers a global managed identity service and are key partners with many of the top identity technology providers, such as Ping. Cisco provided an in-depth workshop on defining and building an identity graph. It was very insightful, and the audience was glued to the screen. What caught our eye was at the end when they said, "Look at that picture. You know what that means? You know what you're supposed to do?" Even in 2019, when I was at Gartner, augmented intelligence was present. So hearing, "Look at the picture, you know what you're supposed to do," was surprising. More commonly is generative AI incorporated, so it suggests the actions based upon what is seen. Fortunately, Microsoft was there to bring us all back to 2024. There was a Microsoft Entra deep dive by Nicole Peterson, as well as a Microsoft Entra with Copilot demo that allowed attendees to zoom back to 2024. Next year's conference. Next year's Identiverse is held June 3rd to the 6th, 2025. Furthermore, next year's conference will be held at Mandalay Bay. Subscribe today to get notified of future videos and analysis as soon as they become available. I'm Dr. Doreen Galli, Chief of Research at TBW Advisors, LLC. This has been Conference Whispers Identiverse Video Edition, Technical Business Whispers. The answer is always in the whispers. Have an amazing day.